The Halo Infinite podcast opening joke. Are you guys ready?
No.
Are you guys ready? I already see face palms. If you're only listening, there's already face palms happening.
We'll see. It's
There's
yet
already
to be determined.
there's already face palms happening. Johnny's like,
This
I'm
build-
not even looking at the camera right now.
Yeah,
I don't want to
this
look at his
build-up
face.
is going to be a letdown. It's going to be a big letdown.
It's gonna be a big letdown. That hurts my feelings. In fact, because of that, you don't get a joke.
Wow!
Please call us at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.
Dude, that scream was priceless. Literally priceless. Yo! Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, all the things. It's the Halo Infinite podcast. We're doing spoiler cast. So I hope you guys are
we're gonna
ready.
say that multiple times. Give you plenty of time to get out. So
This is the campaign spoiler cast. The four of us have beat it. You've still got a second to leave and come back. All right, you have time. We're gonna say
I honestly don't remember it, so it might not be that. It's going to be spoilers for me too.
Hey, I love it. I love it. So before we jump into it, we just want to say, hey, come hang out. Jump into the Discord. Links in the description and bio. We'd love to have you. We've kind of had a mass exodus of everybody, of a handful of people leaving recently. And there was some great comedic gold amongst the mods. They were just like,
I say we see all. Just so you know,
we see all, and if we've hurt your feelings, we're not sorry. No, I'm kidding. Your feelings are valid. Come back. No, we're just super, super grateful for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us in Discord. We're doing this live. We're on YouTube. youtube.com/c/Halo Infinite podcast. Come hang out. We try to get started around 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. We're a little late today because it's Monday. It's not even Thursday.
Close.
It's usually Thursdays, but it's Monday because
we avoided Spider-Man spoilers and going live, and people were at the movie and all sorts of stuff. So that's why we didn't have a show last week.
There you go. So, I think that's all the things. I do want to say real quick, go check out mulehorngaming.com. I don't know if that gets said enough on here, but go check that out. There's all kinds of goodies over there on that website. And,
Star Wars Sundays and all sorts of other stuff.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
We need to pump up numbers for a podcast that three of us are on with the Bendu podcast. I mean, it's going to be pumping out Boba Fett.
I wasn't invited.
Johnny's not cool enough.
No, you have a standing invitation after you've gone on your galactic cruise.
That's not for like 6 months.
You gotta earn it.
And it might not even happen because of current
it's getting worse.
Events.
Getting worse out there. Wear a mask, people. Wear a mask.
So mulehorngaming.com. Go check it out. Show them some love. And let's talk spoilers. Like, how do we kick this off? Like, do we just ease into it, or we just go right to the end? We
just dive in.
Last chance. Turn it off if you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
3,
fast forward
2,
to the next episode.
I heard there's
3, 2, 1. So the weapon is Cortana. How about that? Like,
Zing!
I never would have guessed it.
really.
Yeah, I
Dang,
mean,
man.
so canonically exact copy, and does it really say, like, was she modified by Halsey? I'm sure Lethal is like chomping at the bit to just correct us all the way through all this. So,
Real quick, are we talking legendary ending that Crawler and I?
Yeah, apparently there's a different ending.
Well, no, it's only a little.
wait.
So I was curious as to what it was. It's, you guys got the same ending. We just see a date, so it's like way the hell BCE time frame where Atriox is.
Okay.
So you guys, I think you guys see
in the next.
There's time travel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely time travel because
Well, I mean, they said, "Oh, it's been 3 days. What happened
yeah.
at the end?"
He was falling at 88 miles an hour, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ten
Yeah, I
points
saw a
for anyone who
DeLorean
walks.
like in the open world.
great
Dude.
Scott.
That's totally how they're going to keep Chief around, though. Like he's going to just be weaving in and out of, I think, the future of this game. Like
Well,
it gives us opportunities to say, like, oh, well, Chief's been gone for a year. Who's been in charge? Maybe that's the Spartan Academy and all the people there on the ring.
So going from the beginning, Lethal says, "Let's talk about Atriox kicking Chiefs behind, making him look like a rag doll." Like, did any of us expect that?
Whew.
I mean, that's kind of like a
How else
Metroid
would he have
start,
gotten
right?
into
That's kind of like a
space?
Metroid start. You get your ass kicked.
Let me punch all your power-ups off you. I was shocked to see Atriox because we've been seeing Escarim the whole time.
That dude needs a hug.
Right, I feel like I almost said his name like Escrotum,
It's
so I gotta
it's
be
Escharum.
careful.
Did you not listen to any of the cutscenes? It's Escharum.
Oh my.
It just dawned on me. I gotta be careful to not call him a nutsack. So,
Jeez.
so we really didn't see, like, we saw Atriox all in Halo Wars 2. He was pretty bad to the bone, right? And then here he is right at the beginning. I mean, I assumed the ship just blew up and Chief was floating through space.
Because that was on that was on the Infinity, right? The opening cutscene.
Yep.
Yeah. So, it was like, Lethal says, reminded me of Thanos whooping Hulk in Infinity War. Like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Spoilers.
So,
Hey, the statute of limitations is up on that one.
spoilers. My eye. But I mean, I think the thing that was the most depressing, it was like, yo, we don't get to go back. Like, because then they were just all nonchalant, like, Atriox died. It was like, what? What's the story there? Like,
Yeah.
what's
Well,
this,
they say Cortana died the whole time too until the end. So
Well, and she was. I mean, she sacrificed herself and destroyed the ring. Like that's how that.
And we knew, like, that. I felt like it was like, because they even talked about, like, didn't the weapon say she destroyed her, like, in the trailers?
Well, she said when she was first picked up, Cortana's gone, Cortana's destroyed, but I'm still here. How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Because her programming was to self-destruct upon the completion of her mission, which was destruction of Cortana.
Yeah. I mean, can we talk about real quick about that part at the very, very start when they make you put the weapon in your head instead of Cortana?
Yes.
Like they make you press X to put it in your head. Like
Press F to pay respects.
dude, it was like, I don't know. It's like a psychological, emotional thing, like, dude, that's supposed to be Cortana. And it's like, it's the weapon and you're putting it in your head. And, later we find out it's Cortana, but without the memories, but still it's like something about it, man, was like, just hit me in the feels. Like,
Well, and Chief didn't trust her. He tried to delete her multiple times.
dude, and can we talk about that scene too? Like when he's going through the deletion and he says like his special password and it's Samuel. Like I was just like, dude, Sam. Oh my gosh, man. Like all the feels coming in as he's going through this protocol, one, because it's what he was supposed to do to Cortana and he couldn't do it, and then you have the weapon here and it's just like, dude, oh my gosh, all the feels right there.
Well, and that proves that he learned his lesson with Cortana as well.
Yeah.
It also proves that if this is a 10-year game, we're going to lose the weapon at year 7. So you just want to throw that out.
He's going to go into rampancy.
Yeah.
But,
Dude,
I mean, even Jen Taylor, like how great did she do?
Played 3 characters.
She played 3 characters and like she played the weapon like almost like a teenager, right? Like it was almost like a much younger Cortana, like somewhat similar to how
Yeah.
Cortana was in Combat Evolved, but there was still a lack of refinement within the weapon, almost like more of like they tried to make her more human,
There was a naivete to her a little bit.
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah, and yeah, not quite the like thrown into, like Cortana was just in the mix, it's just like immediately in the thick of it, right? And
Yeah.
how great was it when we got to hear like Commander Keys, and just there were so many things that it's so weird to me, like scrolling Twitter and seeing people like, oh, I don't like the way the story went, and I'm just like, I could not have been more like stoked
Mhm.
about everything that was happening, like, because what I didn't want was to have Chief and Cortana be at ends with each other, just like all through 5, and then have nothing resolved. And like, they basically let us play Combat Evolved. Like, they did the reboot the best way they could have, I think. Like, and that's really what it felt like. They didn't just go, oh, here's everything you did in Halo 1, do it again. But they like had so many nods that it was like, yo, for those of us that have been here for 20 years, the double hunters sitting outside the Forerunner structure was like, oh my gosh.
Man,
like,
there are a lot of hunters in this game too.
There are a lot of hunters.
And the high value target hunters, those guys were no
That was
joke.
easy with the Wraith.
Joel Mead says with the hole that was dug with Halo 5 story, they did a really good job with the story.
Locke is dead, right? Locke is dead. Right? That's pretty much confirmed.
He's a shoulder pad.
Is wearing his helmet.
His helmet is, at least.
One of the things Josh and I said, I think, first, because that was the great thing about playing this game on Thursday when I had a full day and Josh had a full day. We were just in Discord all day playing. He was a little bit ahead of me, so I was sharing my screen in Discord so he could like glance over and see where I was. But we both tackled different things in different ways and got caught up on different bosses in where the other struggled. The other one did it fairly quickly.
It's super funny.
Yeah.
Ones that I was like, oh, he's gonna, because I know you had to been thinking, you're like, oh, this is gonna get him good. And then like, and I was thinking that about some of them too. And you're like, oh yeah, I got through those ones quick. And I was like, what? Like in my mind was like, what?
But one of the first things we were talking about the audio logs, first off, I want to go collect all the audio logs, and I never go back and listen to that kind of stuff. But on this game, I want to look up where the remaining audio logs are that I'm missing, go find them, and then get a clear picture of what happened on the ring from the UNSC side, from the Spartan Ops side, from the Banish side, and weave that story together. But also, this is primed for an ODST style story where you get memories that you can go to, like, because that was the overworld in ODST, and then you came to a battle point and you relive that memory as the ODSTs or whatever that were there at that time. This game is primed to just drip feed that to us and give you a point that you go and this battle happened here. This is what happened to this team of Spartans. Let's play it out, and you get a little mission. Like, there's so much that they can do with this game going forward.
And I love that it was single player and not co-op. Don't get me wrong.
I think they did it on purpose.
And it could be on purpose.
I think it is.
Yeah, I still think it is.
They're taking a bad rap for it, but I think in the long run, when it comes out in June or whatever, because that's, I think, when it's supposed to, I think there's going to be a narrative behind it. Like, this is why. And
I think we're going to see Osiris. I think we're going to see Osiris. I think we're going to see Hyperius fighting Locke. You know, I think we're going to experience that battle and lose that battle. Right?
Yeah, I think the next update it may take place in those 3 days that Chief was gone. So
that could happen as well. But there's so much backstory. Why are all those Marines there? What's been going on there? That gives opportunity for ODST style stuff.
Where are all these wasps coming from that we order? That's where I want to know.
They're made, man. Yeah.
But I mean, even thinking about like the boss fights were not designed for co-op. They just they weren't. This was very much designed for a you versus them. Like, you've got one bullet You know, like that's how it starts. It was like, I don't keep it loaded, son. I mean, that's like how that's it's kind of how, I mean, obviously you could do couch co-op with Halo 1, but you more than likely were playing it by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And he's Chief's a one-man army. And you still had some help from and maybe they could have done co-op that way where you're playing as Marines, where you're like much more fragile.
Yeah, but nobody
and,
wants
like,
to be that though.
Yeah, who wants to be a Marine?
I know everybody's fighting for player
Hey,
one.
you know what?
Right.
Marines with 5 Marines with sentinel beams in the back of a Razorback, they can fuck up anything they want.
That's the content we're looking for.
Language.
Yeah.
Language.
Youth listening out there. The ADH gaming out
This
there.
is a T-rated game. They say
Yeah.
frick.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there was just so many things in the game that just hit right in the feels for people that had played Halo for so long, you know? Like even like there's just so many little bitty things. And like that one line when Chief was like, you know, I don't trust you, but I want to. I was just like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, oh, just so good, man.
When Cortana was speaking to the weapon at the end, and she's like, I'm just kidding. It was pre-recorded. I knew she was going to say that, right? Like that was so good. It was so good.
Well, and the fact that Cortana established that she, I mean, as an AI, thought up everything in milliseconds to come up with her plan with what she was doing and how she was going to take care of the ring and the weapon and all that kind of just just Cortana was in control the whole time and she knew what she was doing.
I'm going to ask a stupid question, but who are the punished and who are the endless?
So the endless, I think, I'm sure Lethal will correct us here. The endless, I think, are an ancient Forerunner enemy that is what the Forerunners imprisoned in the Silent Auditorium, or using the Silent Auditorium, and that's what the Banished were trying to open to unleash the endless.
So we don't really know yet.
Well, I think the Harbinger is maybe connected to them in some way. I'm not sure because that's a new race. That's not. She's not a Sangheili. She closely resembles it a little bit, but she's not that.
Yeah, I think that chamber also is really opening us up for like a ton of different like aliens that we could see and fight, you know. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, so the endless are a race that were imprisoned by the Forerunners, like Crawler said. So I was just like,
I just want to make sure in the story.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss something because at one point she was like, I thought she said something about like come forth endless or whatever, and it was just brutes. And
what Lethal just said, they're labeled by the Forerunners as more dangerous than the Flood.
What?
Which I was hoping that we were going to see and that's scary because the rings were built to destroy the Flood. So what was built to destroy the endless?
Dude, what the heck are they on then? Like, what are they about? Like, if they're more dangerous than the Flood?
Well, apparently they aren't killing Atriox because I think that's where he is.
Dang.
If they're all frozen in carbonite.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay, let's talk boss fights a little bit here. All right. So Darth Maul, aka the elite with 2 swords, right? No, I want to talk about the fight, right? I did that fight relatively quick, but I'm gonna say how I did it last. So you guys,
I've seen Twitter clips on how to do it really quick, but it's.
I died a lot, and then I got the shotgun, and the shotgun took care of him pretty easily. Is there like a trick to this guy?
I'm going to tell you how I did it when I'm done.
Have you not been dabbling around on Twitter or Reddit?
No.
So I think I beat it in like 2 or 3 attempts. It didn't take me a super long time. I forget what weapons I had, but I threw a lot of the canisters at him. But is that about how you did it the first time? But can I tell Johnny the secret?
Yep.
Twitter
That's what I did.
Clip?
Yep.
So after somebody failed a bunch, I think probably doing what you did, they went around before they triggered the fight because you get to trigger that fight, so you can play around in that sandbox as long as you want. And they went around and gathered all the explosive containers, piled them up because he comes at a diagonal from you.
Wow.
And they
wow.
just
So
piled
So I'm the better Halo player.
Sure.
Because I actually beat this guy.
That's not how I did it, but that's what I've seen on Twitter. But they piled them all up, and then all they did was just BR one shot into the explosive containers, and he melts. He melts. And the dude, I saw it today on Twitter or Reddit. I don't remember which, but the hammer bro inside the drill that comes at you, somebody went and I think they pushed even those big containers that you can't pick up. They pushed them down the ramp of the door that opens at the bottom and piled everything up, and then immediately 180'd and grapple hooked, and then got him to jump right by it, and then shot a grenade or something into it, and that dude instantly melted too. It was crazy.
I mean, I played on Heroic. I didn't play on Legendary, so it probably wasn't as hard as Legendary. But I don't want to cheese fights.
Josh had a glitch on the hammer dude in the
in the drill.
In the drill.
Yeah.
He didn't get the cutscene.
No, I didn't get the cutscene. So like I hit the button, right? All of a sudden a hammer cracks me in the back and kills me, and I'm like, what? Right? I watched Crawler do it. There's this whole cutscene where he's grabbing him grabbing Chief by the throat. I'm like, I never got any of that. So every time I'd hit the button, I'd immediately turn around and he would just spawn. And then I'm like, I'd have to run around, and I finally took him out. But so the guy with the swords, here's what happened. My second attempt on him, I stuck him as he was running by one of the bigger canisters, and that exploded and it killed him. But he had hit me, I was dying, and then I watched him die, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do it this way." And so
he's like one shot after you take out his shield. He doesn't have a lot of health.
Super squishy.
Yeah. So all I did was that very thing. I just ran I ran a pattern where he would follow me. I would stick him. The things blew up. I dropped him, and that was it. I was out. Now for Skyrim, I was like, "Yo, I just had the idea on my own. I'm going to Esram. There you go. I was going to pile all these things up and see what happened. Well, he had that force field from everything, walks into those things, and like the poor pilot was like, ah! Not recommended for the poor pilot to do it that way, So, but yeah, there was some that the area after you get to the house or whatever, that area was like, I'm so ready for horde mode.
Yeah,
like,
the house needs to be a freestanding mode.
Yeah,
well, that's kind of like a firefight.
It is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like firefight.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
That was okay.
Maybe that might be hinting at it, because like why would you have that? And then they had basic training and advanced training. So you would think that they would have.
They have the playground already built. Like the map is already built.
Yep. And I was super stoked to find Sheila. I was wondering, how the heck do you get? And then they said you're going to the House of Reckoning, and there was a tank. Well, Sheila, for those of you that don't know, and you're like, why is this achievement named that? Go watch Red versus Blue. She is a tank in Red versus Blue, and she's like, and she's dying. She's like, will I still feel?
That was a pain in the ass to get that achievement on Legendary.
It was. Thank God.
Here's the thing you do about achievements. Just don't even care about them. Just don't even care.
I was kind of upset when I had like 150 achievement points not pop when I finished the game, and
you don't even get cool customization stuff.
No, you don't. But I got my points on Monday or Tuesday when they patched it.
Yeah, for sure. for sure. So I don't know. There was just one of the best things was just literally we all played this differently. Guaranteed.
Yep.
We didn't all go do the same thing. Yeah, the story can be linear once you're down inside. I understand. But outside of that, like I had a great time. Like at first I was like, "Oh, I've got to travel so far between all these buildings." And then I was like, "Yo, there's tons of power-ups on the way, like different Spartan cores and things like that. Like
Yep.
I'm good. I'm good.
Well,
This is
And
great."
Xbox put out a tweet that's like, "What's your favorite mode of transportation?" It's like it was like Warthog, Wasp, or Grapple Hook, and it's like Grapple Shot was my preferred method just because
Mhm.
the roads aren't that great on Zeta Halo, and the Wasp is so squishy. Like there's random banshees that come and take you out, not like pretty easily. I wish it had a little bit more shielding for like end game when you're just kind of going around doing stuff. But preferred method is just you can just go Spider Chief all the way around.
Dude.
Well, and to implement it in such a way that like you didn't move too fast, so you could still pull off stuff that was like pretty awesome, right? But like
Yeah.
because it's not an easy mechanic to just get dialed in. Like
No.
like to have a game that like is. I mean, you guys have played Apex and stuff, right? I mean, it works there, but it's not on every character.
And
Right,
and
it's
same with
not-
Titanfall 2. Like it's a different kind of mechanic when you choose to have that as your loadout.
Yeah. And they I don't know, I really feel like they implemented it so well. The only thing I
I didn't
hated
use like the other equipment at all. Like I didn't use the bubble shield. I didn't use the
I did for
the
achievements.
sensor.
Yeah, you got to drop it 50 times and ping stuff
Nope.
50 times, and
Yeah, it's not
Grapple
working.
all the way, man. It's just too good.
The worst though is on the final boss when you're flying around that donut and you accidentally grapple a plasma pistol and you don't move and you're like, why am I holding this?
and then you got to go chase down your BR or your Sentinel Beam. And
And I carried a sword the whole time. I finished the final boss off with a sword.
Really?
I just
Yeah.
beam rifle. I just use the sentinel,
Sentinel
beam.
I was Sentinel Beam and sword. After I put her down, I went and hit her with the sword for the last
so
hit.
I came into that arena without a BR, and I killed a random. It must have been some covenant or some banished was carrying a BR that I found in a room, and I was luckily able to go grab it. And then there was kinetic ammo refill boxes, so I was able to
Yep.
keep that all the way through with a Sentinel Beam, which was good. And I will say, Legendary in this game is different than any other game from Halo because of those ammo boxes. I would walk around with an empty BR if I had to, sometimes hoping for
The true final boss was not the Harbinger. It was the chieftain in white armor that jumps the length of a football field to one-shot you.
true.
I heard Crawler cussing so
Yeah, I was in a call with Josh when I finished.
much. He was
Josh
so
didn't
angry.
understand it until he got there, and then he did it. You did it like what, an hour or two later after me, I think.
The
I'm glad
third
they put checkpoints in
Right.
the boss.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you, if
yeah.
you didn't
That would have
have
been a
checkpoints,
nightmare to do that all the way
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
uh
I want to
somebody-
do that. I want to do that with the tank cannon glitch and see how.
that's
that
I
goes.
guarantee that's how the people beat the lasso.
That's how
runs,
they beat
because
Lasso. Yeah.
yeah.
There's
and
no way.
Sketch even tweeted about it. He goes, the true heroes are the people that beat Lasso without the tank cannon.
I don't think there's any special armor for beating legendary or anything, right? There's
No.
No,
I
you
don't
just
think
get that
so.
ending, right? You just get that
Yeah.
different
you
ending.
get the timestamp.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
But
Yeah,
I
if
have
there
to
wasn't
agree with chat.
checkpoints.
The repulsor is really good too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
where
that
it's
is-
not. Why did they not put it in the campaign?
That might be something.
Potential cheese,
I have
maybe.
three.
knocking
I have
stuff
three
off.
extra armor core, Spartan cores. Like I've grabbed every Spartan core out in the open world, so there's 3 extra ones. So I mean that's enough to upgrade something twice.
So you guys know how to do the glitch for the tank, right? The tank gun.
I haven't looked it up, but
So there's 3 dead Marines around the first, like, right, I think, what's it called, Terminus or whatever, the first base, and they all have buttons next to them. meaning like the same buttons you'd press to open doors, right?
I think I
Did you-
pressed one or two of those then, but I didn't do all three then.
So, little side note, if you guys go to the very back of that base, there's a Halo arcade machine back inside one of those rooms. So I don't know if you guys have come across that yet.
The same one that's
Uh,
on Streets, I think, right?
Is it a Halo game? I haven't stopped.
It
to
is
look.
Yeah,
Halo in
there's
Streets,
one in
yeah.
there. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think there's like dead Marines
also-
and snacks. So
There's
like, I
also
don't
there's
know,
also
was
there's also a giant sandwich. There's also an Xbox, an OG Xbox scattered throughout the world. There's some cool Easter eggs hidden around.
for sure. Now, that button next to a dead Marine, I found one of those in the house of Pain.
Reckoning.
Reckoning.
That's a
And-
pain.
House of Pain.
Inside
Jump
the
around.
membrane.
Jump around.
So I found one of those in there, which makes me wonder if there's another glitch. So if you guys know of anything, tweet at us. I want to know if there's another. So that final part in the House of Reckoning where there were the two hunters, I went straight up. I was up on top of that center tower, sniping down. And up there is a dead Marine and one of those buttons. And so after I saw how to do the glitch, I was like, huh, I wonder what's hidden in there. I wonder if there's some kind of like, because if you guys are familiar with Halo 2, you could actually get a what's it called? What are those giant scarab gun? You could get a
Mhm.
scarab gun. You had to like glitch a Banshee through a checkpoint into the wall, like in this hole in the wall, and then you could fly up to it. It was hard enough getting the Banshee to not blow up, but then you'd fly up. There was a giant soccer ball and the scarab gun, and you could just wreck with it, right? So I mean, it's really cool that they threw something like that back. It's super funny when you fire the tank gun. There's no gun on screen, and you just see the shell like
Come out the back.
you just kind of see that shell.
That's the cool thing on the Scorpion, like seeing the shell eject out of the back of the
Yeah.
turret. Like I
Yeah.
don't know if that animation detail has ever been in the game before.
I want to say maybe 5, but again, it was just we didn't play it. I didn't play it enough, you know.
That was
And they
crap.
didn't have
That was a
vehicles.
crap game compared to this.
They didn't have vehicles in the
Yeah.
multiplayer at all either. So,
You know, I didn't beat Halo 5 and I didn't care
Yep.
while playing Halo Infinite, you know?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
we're
I
still
didn't
doing
pay
it.
attention to most of the cutscenes.
Yeah, we do
so
need to.
I'm
We do
still
need to
lost.
finish it.
Just YouTube it, man. Just YouTube it for the story.
No, I need the achievement to beat it in co-op. Don't chicken out on me. Come on.
I can't go back.
Can't go back. Can't do it.
No, can't do it.
All right, that's hurt. That makes me sad, but whatever.
Bro, it's like when you're in high school and you go to college and then they're like, hey, come back to the high school and hang out. And you're like, no.
You're like, no.
Unless you're Matthew
No.
McConaughey's character in Fast Times,
Yeah.
or not Fast Times. Yeah, no, Fast Times. Fast Times. But yeah, I mean we haven't even talked about what's the name of the. It's not Guilty Spark, but what's he called?
Mech Warrior?
we fight him we fight him twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Titanfall
Yeah.
Junior?
Yeah.
He's real cocky the second time.
Yeah. He
I
thinks
found
he's
him
really
way
got your
easier the
number.
second time.
He was
I-
easy
I-
both times.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
both
he-
times is pretty
I mean, he
easy.
wasn't hard.
But-
It was just a matter. I didn't have a great weapon loadout the second time I faced him, so I had to skirt him a little bit around the base to take care of the whatever they were, the skimmers. Is
Yeah.
that what they were called?
Yeah,
You know, I don't have the problem because I played on normal.
He just got shot in the face like 4 times and nothing. Shield
good,
didn't even go
good.
down.
He's like, I
Yeah.
meleeed every boss.
I kind of want to go
One
through a
shot,
normal and
one
try to. I
shot.
want to try to do a melee only run. Get like a skewer or
Dude,
something like that, and
Put
just
on
go.
easy and just melees only.
that tank, just shoot that tank gun the whole time. It'll be about the same. It's pretty
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome seeing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at no point like I love the fact that there was ammo crates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at no point that I was like, oh, I have to pick up a weapon I don't want to use. I kind of, as I was playing this one, I realized I didn't like that about past Halo games. I don't want to have to pick up a needler, right?
Yeah.
Not to mention they're not useful against all these shielded characters,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And the dialogue of all the characters, like grunts, cracking me up. The jackals were like, "Give me his head."
Dude.
Well,
it's a trophy.
jackals speak like broken. The jackals don't know English very well, and so they speak the most broken English. Like, shield broken, must run.
The best thing that I found was a propaganda tower,
Yep.
and they're like, Master Chief's name is John. We're afraid of a guy named John. Like, it really hit close to home. All right, it hit really close to home.
There's one where the grunts are singing the Halo theme on the propaganda tower.
Yeah.
The propaganda
Have you-
towers were perfect.
Have you heard the one where it's like the grunts like saying, "Mom said it's my turn to play Xbox"? Have you heard that one? There's like it goes like, "Mom said it's my turn to play Xbox." It's like, oh my gosh, man!
Who's
Oh,
Craig
and there's-
now?
There's mule grunts.
Yeah.
Yes, the mule grunts. I jumped in a call with Mule. I was like, "Bro, did you see the mule grunts?" He's like, "What?"
There was one where I died and there was a mule grunt still alive, and his voice line that I saw as I was dead was, "Do I have to still carry this stuff around?" But I mean, I still think the best goes to the I wanted to call in sick today that I think I talked about on last podcast.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, and the fact that like the Sangheili will talk shit to the jackals if you're dead or something like that, or like there's banter back and forth where they're
The stories weren't true.
yeah,
The stories were lies.
and
Yeah.
there's a random achievement where you have to kill a grunt that's been thrown by a brute. I got it in I think a stronghold, but I don't know what triggers that and what I didn't even see an animation when it popped for me, so I don't know what triggers, but I want to see brutes pick up grunts more and just huck them at you. Well, and then I saw it also on Twitter. I think this is better than the calling in sick. I saw it on Twitter. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it. But a suicide grunt activates his grenades and he goes, "I didn't mean to activate or turn these on."
Yeah, when I was on top of that tower, there was one down below screaming that I didn't mean to turn these on, and he's just running everywhere, and then finally explodes. But they'll talk crap to you when you're swinging. They're like, "Oh, you're going to hide now, are you?"
Mhm.
You know, I'm just like, do you know you're on Legendary, right? Like, you don't miss. Like the amount of times I got shot mid swing, I'm like, yeah, like, and oh my gosh, that was the first in the like the first two levels. You go into a room and there's a brute with the skewer, and I have a clip. I need to get it out on Twitter, but I'm holding like the mounted like
The
gun
machine
from
gun.
like from the Covenant though, or the Banished or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take, and he just skewers me like right to the face, like it's just kicks my heels up. Like I literally just walk in the door and I'm like, boom, dead. Right? That like that kind of stuff where you're just like, there were multiple times where you just peek your head out, it's game over. Like it's like Halo 2 sniper jackals all over again. And
Yeah, at least they didn't have beam rifles. They only had the stalker rifles, so you at least had a
Take
chance
two
to
shots.
run away.
yeah.
Those things shredded me. Those stalker rifles.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Just, I mean, my face hurts honestly from just smiling, thinking back on this game. I haven't gone back and played much. I've been diving into other games, which is, you know, it's been totally cool. But like, even the little bit of time, like I think, on Friday for like our gaming lunch at work, I was like, I'm just gonna do some more stuff around the Halo map. You know, they were all my coworkers were playing Minecraft, and I'm like, I'm running around Zeta Halo or whatever. So, but it's still,
I've
I want
finished
to go back.
Yeah, I've finished the lockers. I've finished the cores. All the stuff that like is on the map if you zoom in on it. The audio logs are a little bit harder. I've found 3 total skulls. So I mean, I've found a quarter of them, but I'm about ready, I think, to want to look up
Google it?
where everything is. Yeah.
Dude, I found the Halo grunt singing the Halo song. If you guys want to hear it, I don't know if can y'all hear the audio if I share it. I don't know if it'll work or not.
Are you sharing it on a Chrome tab?
Yeah,
Let's see. We'll find out. I know I can do it if it doesn't play. Let's see.
can you hear it?
No, only through your headphones.
Okay. Well, oh well.
Only through your headphones. But I think I
Just
can.
imagine. Just
Yeah,
imagine.
you gave
I
Josh
think-
the link.
Yeah, I gave him the link.
Yeah,
It's hilarious though, man.
here
I
we
love
go.
it.
I'll get it set up here. It'll just take me just a second. Chrome tab. Here we go. All right. I'll go full screen, and then you guys can listen to the grunt. Here we go. Let me know if you guys hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So good.
Oh my gosh, man! I hate that song.
It's
Oh,
like
it's
right
hilarious.
on that edge of fourth wall, right? Like they're just.
I mean, the grunts don't give a crap about the fourth wall.
No, I mean, I remember the first time I came up to one and he was like, "I'm gonna kill him," and he's just punching the ground as I walked up next to him, and I was like, "I'm actually a little terrified right now."
Well, the fact that they made 2 grunts high value targets was pretty funny,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like in command of like a group of jackals, and there's a few brutes there. Like they
Yeah.
are I think you get a plasma pistol and a disruptor. I think out of the 2 grunts, but yeah. I mean, it was they were. I mean, it's funny that there's all these little things around the world to go get.
Lethal had a grunt say, "What? Nobody's touching these guns except my buddies and your mom."
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, you
That's
know
that
those
extra
guys in the
year.
booth. They had fun, man, in the
Oh,
booth,
yeah.
just like saying all these stupid lines, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how they do this."
Yeah, I wonder how much of it was like they were just like, "All right, guys, improv," you know,
Mhm.
like just go for it, like,
Yeah,
and how much of it
Yeah.
was written. I don't know. I mean, I know there were early on. I mean, what we see like a handful of different like directors and things like that step down and leave and go. You know, had a lot of people worried, but like, I feel like if you are an existing Halo fan, this game was for you, and if you're brand new to the series,
It's a good starting point.
yeah, what a great place to start. You know,
I think it's my favorite Halo, man. I literally think it's my favorite. Like it tops Halo 2 and 3 for me. Like the story's just too good. The gameplay feels amazing. Like I think it's my number 1 Halo, man.
Well, Halo 2 got a little out there with the Gravemind. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I actually checked out at that point. I was just like, "Oh, are you kidding me? Like, what is this? What is this? Get him out of
Yeah.
here." I'm not into it, you know. But with this one, no. And honestly, I mean, imagine if this game didn't have the grapple.
the grapple makes this game.
It's. I mean, that's no joke. That is no
Yep.
joke. Like without that, like, there's very few. Like, you've always felt like a badass in Halo, but that takes it to like the next level where you're just like, I don't have to, if I need to retreat, I can move fast. At some points, like when you're just shooting the ground and jumping and it feels like you're water skiing across the stage. Like,
Yep.
I absolutely love that. Like,
It
because
makes
you-
skull hunting exhausting, though. Exhausting.
Yeah.
There were times I climbed up an entire elevator shaft that like to advance the story. I had to click the button to ride the elevator shaft, but I wasn't sure if that was the elevator shaft I was going to be going on. And I climbed all the way up to the top, was checking every ledge around on my way down, like looking for skulls. And I don't think there's many skulls on the inside except for those first couple levels. And yeah, I mean, I was just looking every nook and cranny for skulls. And we got to Josh and I both got to that the big of the towers for the 4 beacon towers, like that first one where you come out. And I think we both immediately tried to climb all the way up, and you hit an invisible wall, but you can fly to the top of it, but you can't grapple to the top of it, which was kind of annoying. But
Yeah.
Another one from chat here, grappling a grunt, and they say the physics of this are questionable.
how much does John weigh? Like 900 pounds?
Yeah,
He's a heavy boy.
He's like one.
I just got one. Like I have it loaded up right now, and the grunt said, "Yeah, you beat us, but did you do it on legendary?"
Well, maybe that's for you because you're on heroic.
Yeah, they taunted me for not doing it on legendary.
Yeah.
Well, I was a little bit disappointed. There was a few areas that I like kind of wormed my way into that I was like, oh, there's got to be a skull in here. And there wasn't. And I couldn't even exit. I had to reload the checkpoint because I was like, I am officially stuck right now.
Or fast travel.
officially stuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do. Yeah, I had to fast travel. And so I was just like, oh, that would have been, because looking for these skulls is like, it is exhausting. You're just like, please be cool. But they do show up, I guess, if you get close enough to them. They show up on the map.
Yeah, so I had flown around and been scanning a bunch of stuff, and a bunch of blue stuff lit up on a small island that I was flying around. And I didn't stop and I didn't pick anything up. But then I was looking on the map a little while later, and I saw a skull icon, and I hovered over it, and it said not completed. So I flew back over there and was able to find it.
Nice.
Ah, nice.
But so if you can't scan in a Banshee, but you can scan in a Wasp. So if you're kind of, I mean, that's how I've found just one that way. I found the other one on top of the tower where Craig's greatest hits are, which I think everyone kind of finds their first one up there.
I didn't find that one.
You didn't find that
I haven't
one?
found any because I didn't care to look. But I'm just not that. I just want to play the story and then get back to multiplayer.
Yeah, no, I get it. Hey, even jumping back into multiplayer is fun. Like I haven't played a ton, but the little bit that we played, other than the frustration with the teammates, like I think a lot of us have experienced that where we're literally carrying our team in ranked and
Yeah, Mule had a rant in the admin chat for us to read last weekend.
Oh my gosh, dude! I got tired of it. Yeah, I was like, come on, man! I lost so much rank carrying the whole team.
Yeah,
Like
I think I'm not super happy with the multiplayer challenge update from this week. It's all game type based stuff, and it's a lot
mine
of
right now are ranked. They're ranked based.
it's a lot of ranked
Play
stuff.
Somebody ranked.
I played
to
Fiesta.
swap it, dude.
I think
That's
it's
what I
a lot of
You
people were
just
swapping
swap it.
ranked stuff, and you were getting more ranked stuff.
I mean, I just swapped it and I completed it.
And the ultimate challenge this week is win 5 ranks, or win 5 rank matches.
I completed it.
So Mule is at level 100 now in multiplayer.
Yeah, you're already at level
and
100.
He's gonna have to buy his swaps
Yeah,
now
he
because
could have bought a controller, but instead he bought level 100.
Hey, I got some more Halo codes if you need them.
I have a ton of like double XP boosts right now. So like I'm at 57 or 58.
I think I'm at 60 something.
Can we talk about the articles that are like people are playing oddball like
They're
trolls?
jumping off.
You're like,
Like,
welcome to
that's been a-
Halo,
you're
that's
supposed
been a
to
strategy
play.
forever.
Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to play.
And watch
man.
HCS. Like that's what they do.
yeah.
And if you're about to die or you're the solo there and you're going to try to go down fighting, they dump it off the map and try to keep fighting. I mean,
Yep.
you call that out to your teammates so they go to the spawn. Like that's why there's communication in these games.
Definitely the person that wrote that article has just a wall of participation trophies. Like there's no doubt. in my
I
mind.
think isn't that what I said when I posted it in chat? I was like, in a world of
Oh my gosh.
hold on, I'm gonna have to go. I think that was in let me go.
Yeah.
what a trophy for everyone kind of world we are living in, where a legitimate strategy for playing oddball for the last 16 to 20 years is called cheap. That's what I said.
Get out.
Because
Anybody watch the
was Oddball in
HCS?
Halo? Was Oddball in Halo 1? I forget.
I don't remember.
I believe
I know-
so.
Okay.
I believe so. But I mean, all we ever did was Team Slayer.
Yeah.
You know, let's be
Yeah.
honest. Shoddy snipes.
Hey,
maybe,
they
but-
added Slayer, they added SWAT, they added Fiesta.
Yep.
So
They didn't
they're
call it
listening.
right. They didn't call it right though. It's not called SWAT. It's called Tactical Slayer. And
Yeah.
It's a beta.
yeah.
It's a
No,
is
it's not
it
a beta
a
anymore.
beta now.
I don't think it's a
It's
beta.
officially launched now, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, we have the holiday event coming up tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna look like blizzards.
Snowmen and
I think
reindeer.
I think you could get reindeer ears and stuff and reindeer horn.
Which I'm
I don't
glad
know.
they're leaning into
Horns.
this. They just need to like give us.
Where the cat ears at? I just
the-
want the cat
the
ears.
Doom Slayer skin and come on.
Yeah.
I just want the armor coating to be able to go on anything.
Yes.
They
it's
did that.
stupid.
They did
Yeah.
that for
It's
the
stupid that it can't.
HCS drop. So I wonder if they're tweaking it so that it's on every armor core now.
And that's why
I want the weapon coating to go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. They have
No,
to have.
don't be a wet blanket, Josh.
They have to tell you. They have to sell.
Wait,
you
let me
a-
get my wallet out. Let me get my wallet out.
Oh, stop it. Yeah.
There you
Hey,
go.
hey, Fortnite got money from me because they have Matrix stuff right now. So I mean,
And Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man.
It would
Matrix
actually
stuff?
be really cool to put
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
I know. I was gonna tell you about that, but yeah, I know you're gonna log back in now.
Use code JohnnyEp2006 in the Fortnite item shop. I thought it would be really cool if they put Spider-Man stuff in Halo because the grapple shot makes you feel like
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's the crossover we need. Disney and we'll see Mando in Halo and
That would
You
work.
That would work really
That
well.
would work. I mean, he's got
That
a
would
grapple
work
shot.
really well. I mean, the
Great.
helmet would be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like they primed us all up for these random kind of medieval type and whatever. Wasn't there some like Norse kind of helmets that they had in Master Chief Collection? Like, start bringing that stuff in. It's kind of weird that they have like the Duke controller and all that stuff still going on in Master Chief Collection. Like, who's logging in and playing that right now?
Yeah.
I
From
got
chat,
you. Don't
it
worry.
said from chat it said I spent so much money in the Halo store, my bank thought it was fraud.
Don't worry, I got you. I probably spent more than you. Don't worry about it.
Oh man. Well, this has been our spoiler cast. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We had some good laughs. It's been a good time. I'm imagining we might take the this week off. I know we're recording now, but I don't think we're doing anything Thursday, are we? Are we? Are we?
I mean,
Mule
no,
says
probably not.
no. Mule says
Right
no.
before
Okay.
Christmas. I can't.
Yeah. We're gonna take the rest of this week off, but you know, the new year is gonna be going strong. And honestly, like, we've got an awesome community forming in the Discord, and we want to start, like, we're ready to like start getting tournaments and stuff going. It's just gonna be a matter of like, we can't do it all. So like, if this is something you guys are interested in helping us with, like, hit us up in the Discord. Like, we want to make it like a community effort, and you know, if you've got some ideas for us or whatever, like, let us know. And
The
can chat.
Smash.gg, now that it's owned by Microsoft, can you set up a Halo tournament on Smash.gg?
I mean, you can set up multiple tournaments. I would assume Halo is in there. So,
Let's shoutcast one. I think that would be fun.
oh, amazing. Yeah, it'd be a blast. So that's all stuff that's in store. And yeah, we just want to say thanks for listening, and happy holidays to everybody. And you know, I need a weapon, Mule.
I need a weapon.
That's all I needed to hear. I don't keep it loaded, son.
Please call us at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.